All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is this thing no camera? Why is there no camera on here? Oh, come on. Really? Oh, man. Hi. Hello, Facebook. Oh, what the heck? I have no camera on YouTube. Now I'm downstairs, you know. Wait a minute, I have access to this feature. Manage. Manage. Come on, manage. What the hell? Why is there no camera? Oh, this is just craziness. I'm sorry, guys. I should be fine because I'm downstairs, so this should be fine. But my stupid laptop here, the shop laptop that I obviously did something wrong with. Holy guacamole. Come on now. Why is there no camera and microphone allowed? Default. Okay, done. Come on now. It's unbelievable. All right. I got a feeling this isn't going to work. Guys, I'm so sorry for anyone who's listening on YouTube. I apologize. I don't know what happened. This has never happened before. Why not? Why not do something new? Really? I know I'm live. And it is not letting me turn on the camera. No camera. Why? But why? Do you have a reason for that? I don't think you do. I hate technology. I really, part of me is like, I let the whole thing burn down, the whole world. I'm not going to miss it, but I'll miss it terribly. But still. How do I not have a camera access? I don't have access to this feature, so I unplugged something, but it shouldn't matter that I'm without it because it should still give me the camera. Now what? Hi, Kat. Hi. I know, Janice. Hello, Elizabeth. Okay, and you can hear me. You're fine, but there is literally... Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on, even though you can't see me out there in YouTube land. I can at least continue talking. I'm sorry you can't see me. I know you can see me on Facebook, and I appreciate that. I really do. And Pamela, hi, hello. You're on YouTube. My camera is not being allowed on YouTube, but I'm going to talk, and you can hear me. And what China will do is she'll upload the video. But at least you can hear me. I guess that's good, right? Oh my goodness. So anyway, I wonder if this picks up. No, I don't think it does. Maybe it does. Hold on. No, I really shouldn't be playing with anything, should I? I shouldn't be playing with things today. I get a feeling that that's a mistake. And I get a feeling that this is a mistake, maybe. No, it's not. Okay, here I am. All right. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to talk. You can hear me and on YouTube, and we'll upload the video the next day or two. So hello, how are you all doing? It's good to see you. Good to talk to you. What a week this has been. The readings have been exhausting. When I say exhausting, I mean, and I feel for the people I'm reading because it's not their fault. They are dealing with things that are just above and beyond. And stuff that no one should deal with, stuff that, you know, that theme of betrayal I talked about last week, that continues. Sudden job loss, spouses that are plunged into depression, trying to keep going when, you know, your partner can't or won't. Well, a lot of partnership stuff, a lot of marriage stuff this week. A lot of big hits in terms of cancers and illnesses, and you just say that's you know, that's not fair. It's not fair. Yeah, the retrograde is bad, but I think this is way beyond retrograde. I really think this is... Retrograde is mucking things up a bit, the communication and all that, but this is way beyond that. This is... What I'm saying and what I'm hearing and is that anything that isn't meant to be... Hey, Virginia. Deb, hi. Is that anything that you're struggling with, like a horrible job situation, toxic situation, marriage, home life, family life, friendships, they're not giving you any breaks. The divine, I hate the word universe, you know that, but the divine is not giving anyone breaks. Hey, Greta, if you're meant to leave that, they will hammer you. They're going to hammer you, making it so impossible to stay. It's like, why am I being punished? Laura, why am I being punished? I'm like, you're not being punished. You're being shoved. You're being grenaded. They're at this point, because if they let up on you, you're going to backslide and say, well, it's not so bad. I can stay till the end of the year. Oh, it's not so bad. I can stay in a couple of years. And this is how it goes, guys. Bad marriages, I can tell you. It's like, well, I'm really unhappy. It's really bad, but I want to get the kids through high school. And then it's, but the kids are in college. We want to make sure, oh, we'll pay for it if we get divorced. We got to blah, blah, blah. And the kids get through college. It's like, well, we're going to be retiring in a few years. It's really, what'll I do? How will I? Yeah. And that's how you ruin a life. Okay? And that's how it goes. And they're not allowing it. It's not being allowed. No excuses, no, you'll figure it out. It's like, I remember my great uncle, this is how they teach you to swim in the Marines. They throw you off the ship. You know, here you go, swim. I shared that puffin video a couple days ago where they get the baby puffins because they get confused. This is what they do in Iceland or Finland, and Iceland. They gather the puffins because they get confused with the street lights, and the puffins wind up all over the streets, and they got to be flung into the ocean. You got to fling them up in the air because they won't fly otherwise, and they got to fly, and then they spend like 3 years in the ocean. But that's what the universe is doing. It's like, you're confused. The lights have confused you. You know where you are. It's okay. We've got you, and now we're gonna fling you into the ocean. You know, that's an analogy for exactly how things are going, and whether you like it or not, man, you're getting flung. And all the things that I sell in the store, and all of the things that you guys watch and read, the stones, the herbs, the oils, the incense, the meditations, the manifestations, all of that stuff, okay? The mantras, those are tools. That's what they are. They're just tools. No stone in and of itself is going to save you. No stone in and of itself is protecting you. It's the energy of protection. It's a layer, okay? And all of these tools we'll be using in the days and weeks and months to come. It's bearing down on us hard. I am thrilled to say that they averted a strike on the railroads. That was a horrifying possibility. We would have had no food here on the East Coast. I shared a video today of China, where in China, they were like hitting each other, beating each other. You always think of the Chinese as being so orderly, and they are, but not when they're starving. Nobody is orderly when they're starving. And they were, just literally in the grocery stores beating the crap out of each other, grabbing, every scrap of, even the ice. They were fighting over bags of ice. Don't laugh, because here in America, someone would bring a couple guns to that grocery store. It wouldn't just be a punch fest. It would be a lot more than that. So, yeah, we averted that. As long as the trains run, we already have a partial shutdown of the tractor trailers. When the independent operators were no longer allowed to haul out of the West Coast, out of California, that was a bad thing. Bad timing on that. Because that's how our stuff gets from the West Coast to the East Coast. Gets on the roads. Now, if we ever were to have a quake or anything that disrupted our roadways, that would prevent those highways from being open, we were screwed, okay? And then, of course, we have, the ships still in the, docks out in the East Coast here, just sitting there waiting to be unloaded. That still goes on. So, big disaster was averted. Kudos to all of those, administration, whatever, I will always give the devil their due. Everyone knows I'm through with this administration, but damn it, job well done. Disaster averted. I appreciate it. It is ugly, but we've gotta, if we have a saving grace, we have to be grateful. If you don't be grateful, nice English. If you're not grateful for little graces and little favors, they won't do you big ones. It's like when people say to me at the store, I don't want the change, or I don't need the change. And I'm saying, you know what? Let me correct you. Please don't take this the wrong way. But never say, I don't need the change. Because from a manifestation standpoint, everyone's always doing their money magic. Money magic, money magic, money magic. When you say, I don't need the change, you're saying, I don't need the money. Well, if you don't need the money, and that's what you're putting out there, guess what's not going to happen? What are you bothering playing any kind of lottery for? What do you bother doing any kind of green candles for? Huh? What are you doing? Right? It's at odds with that. If you don't need little money, then you don't need big money. You mustn't need money at all. So say, give this to the next person who comes along. That's lovely. Donate this. Please have this from me. But never say, I don't need the change, or I don't need that money. Never use those words. It is a really bad message to send. Thoughts become things, yes, but every act of will is an act of magic. You have to watch your words. When I'm here in the shop and someone comes in and they have a situation, that was Freudian, a situation, and and I'm like, all right, let's build something up here. Let's do something. Get some candles, get some oils, get this, get that. Talk. I'll write this down for you. Don't worry. And halfway through all of it, they're like, oh, I don't know why I'm bothering. This is never going to work for me. Nothing ever works for me. And I'm like, let's just put it all back. It's okay. But going into it with that, like, oh, no, I know. But really, if you're going to go in with it with that, then no, it's not going to work. I'm correcting people constantly lately, it seems like, It's never going to happen for me. I never have good luck. Oh, my God, why am I bothering? I wish I was dead. I shouldn't. I'm like, whoa, stop that. Stop that. You're here coming to the store to buy stones and talk about positivity, and I hear that out of your mouth. It's like, guys, come on. Jesus Christ. And I'm not swearing. I'm asking for help. He's an ascended master. Let him help. All right? It's not good. But I know people are desperate, and the divine knows that too. But this is our time. This is our time to sink or swim, and people are leaving this planet, animals are leaving this planet, life is leaving this planet. They don't want to be here for this crap. Here we are, and we are here for it. We came here for it, so you may as well stand strong, channel the energy of Joan of Arc. That's a wonderful energy, man. Channel that energy. When they asked her, she said, I was born for this. I was born for this. Well, you came here for this. And I've always been I would say a devotee, because that's not true, but certainly a fan of Joan of Arc. And her story is amazing, and we talk about betrayal. Oh, man. How betrayed was she, right? So, something to think about. And if you don't know the story of Joan of Arc, please read it. Read the whole story of Joan of Arc. Not just the fact that she was spoken to by the angels, but a lot of other things too. There's a lot with Joan of Arc. Okay? The fact that she dressed in men's clothing got her in trouble too. Got her burned at the stake. That was part of it. A lot about Joan of Arc. But St. Michael spoke to her directly and told her how it was going to go. And a 14-year-old girl to lead the armies of France. Not too shabby. All right? You were born for this. Came here for this. You can do this. We're all here together. That's why we're doing this. I wouldn't be bothering. So somebody else was saying, like, why aren't they talking? Why aren't my angels talking? Why aren't the guides talking? Why is there so much quiet? Two things. One, have you ever read the book? And if you haven't, I want to suggest you do. It was a book written, I want to say in the late 70s, called On the Beach. Great book. I think it was made into a movie. And it's about a small Australian area of Australia, and there's been a nuclear war. The fallout is covering the planet. It's moving. The nuclear clouds are moving, and this was the last place they were going to come, and people were dying of radiation sickness. There was no survival. I don't want to ruin the storyline, but it's a grim story, and it's how the government and the people reacted to pending death. So let me get back to answering the question now. Why won't the guides talk to us? Why won't the angels tell us what's next? One, there's free will involved. Doesn't have to go down like this. We have time. We can still change this path. We can diminish it. A great example is this railroad strike. Disaster averted. It still can be averted, but we're not going to do it with hopes and prayers, guys. Someone's got to get out there and sit there and actually make it happen. This is a physical thing, And secondly, and think about this for a minute, if you knew, for some reason you had some secret knowledge, that in 1 month's time, a meteor was going to hit the planet, and all life would be extinguished. It would hit the planet, dark cloud would envelop, there'd be no sunlight, and life would die. We would die. We would most certainly die. Would you, with that knowledge, and it was a certainty, it wasn't a maybe if, would you get up and go to work every day? Would you continue with your life as it is? Probably not. No, you'd sit there and you'd be like, yeah, I'm calling out for the rest of the month. You'd take your kids to Disney. Well, you wouldn't, because if everyone else knew, there'd be no Disney. See? There'd be no place to go. There'd be no airplanes flying, because the pilots would be calling on there. I'm not flying that plane. I'm going to be home with my kids. You'd spend that month with your loved ones. You'd spend that month reading and eating, and if you had bad habits, God knows you'd be going back to those. If what's a month going to do now? May as well enjoy it, right? My grandfather was end-stage lung cancer. He's like, give me some cigarettes. It doesn't matter now does it? I'm like, oh, Jesus. But there it was. It's like, don't care. But that's how it would go. We would stop, whether the hospitals would close, there'd be no one to take care of anybody, the nuclear plants, which only a handful of people can run a nuclear plant. People don't realize that you don't just shut down a nuclear plant. And there's only so many people that can run those things, and without someone monitoring them, they'd be going off. There'd be meltdowns. There'd be think about the global impact. So, if in fact we are headed for a cataclysmic time in our human history, and we've had these in the past, the Middle Ages, the Black Plague. But that was an enormous loss of life. We've had others in our history, and our human population has gotten very, very low. We've gone close to being extinct at least 3 times in our human history. We're studying ice flows and earth formations now to see just how quickly these ice ages come upon us. We thought it was a matter of hundreds of years. It's more like 10 really short time periods when our climate changes dramatically and disastrously. Okay? We see what cold weather in Europe does when their pipes aren't buried deep enough. Pipes are freezing, and they're freezing. We see what the heat and cold did to Texas, or what flooding does to an area. And imagine that globally. So I'm not trying to spread panic. I'm just trying to explain that if they're not speaking to us, it's because they can't tell us what's next. Not just because we can't comprehend it or we can't, but honestly, it's out of our hands individually right now. I mean, I can't make Vladimir Putin and this Ukrainian president say, listen, you guys, you got to stop blowing up. You just blew up a freaking power plant, for God's sake. Yeah, stop. This is ridiculous. Stop. But I don't know. There's a lot going on. And if you're wondering why they're being quiet, it's because they're letting us roll. They're letting it roll, guys. But in the meantime, the hospitals have to be open. People have to do their work. All right? Hey, Dawn. No, you're right, Jennifer. You're right. People People will, and we're seeing it now. We're seeing it now with the weather. We're seeing it now with politics. It's like, when are you going to get the alarm? I mean, there's things that I've seen in the past few years, like when they allowed our meats to be processed in China. What? You're going to send our food to China for processing and then bring it back here? Why? Why are you doing that? How can that possibly be a good idea? You know? I just... And that's just a tiny little drop in the bucket of that's really not a good idea. You know? So, anyway, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want to talk about anything? Because it's been a really long week. I've been down here till like 11 o'clock at night doing privates and trying to field some stuff. And I'm going to go right into reading if no one has questions. But if you have questions, let me know. Is there anything out there anybody want to talk about? And guys, I can see you on YouTube even though you can't see me. I can hear you. You can comment. If there's anything you want to ask, please do, okay? Why won't the camera go on? That is just weird. All right. Oh, well. Nothing? Okay. I'm going to throw cards. All right. And so I'm shuffling. Let's see. Tomorrow we have a fair going on. Sandy and Teresa will be here. They both read tarot. Sandy also does soul portraits. And Teresa is our pet psychic. They both do readings. Teresa, mediumship as well, and to good reviews. She's probably my newest reader. She and Jocelyn. So Jocelyn will be coming back in October. And she does the cord cutting meditation slash a ritual. She cuts cords. She actually does that work. So she has the whole back room to herself, and on those days that she's here, I only have 2 readers. So anyway, but Teresa and Sandy are here tomorrow. I really love Sandy for younger people. You know, she's just got this really lovely energy, and she's great with young people. The soul portrait drawings are great for everyone, and she's a juried artist. I mean, these are nice drawings that she does, and we've recently raised that we did raise the price to $60 because it's a full hour. She was doing 45 minutes, then taking them home and spending another length of time on them before she was mailing them out to people. I'm like, we're gonna finish it in an hour and charge for an hour. You shouldn't be doing that, but they're really good drawings, and for young people or anyone who's wondering where their spiritual journey should be taking them, or what they're meant to do while they're here, her soul portraits are really a nice. That's what she talks about. What you came here, what the strengths are, what you bring to the table. So it's a really nice reading. Or she can just read tarot. She can do, when she's doing the soul portrait, she does throw cards too. All right. Okay, so for anyone who's new, it's a 6-card spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First card is the situation. The next 2 cards, hold on, Jennifer. The next 2 cards are what's impacting, or what the situation, what's impacting the situation, and the last 3 cards are the resolution or possible resolution, where it's going. Okay, Jennifer, what's your question? All right, I'm gonna answer just Jennifer's question, and I believe we're starting with Aries tonight. Gotta type faster, Jennifer. I need a haircut. My God, this is ridiculous. This is bad. This is a lot of hair, and I had a haircut like 3 months ago. Hey, Tara. Andrea, whenever we do a video together, she always jokes that my hair is taking up most of the screen. She's not wrong. All right, Jennifer, come on. You're holding up the process. Andrea's booked solid. I've never seen a month. She booked in 2 days. The day after and then a day later, and she was solidly booked. Okay. I had my natal chart regarding my shadow self, and I don't know what the fuck it means. Okay, Francine, thank you. Well, I gotta tell you, natal chart regarding your shadow self. I'm gonna assume that had to do with your 12th house or your Pluto. It's coming. It's 27 pages long for your natal chart? Was it your whole chart for 27 pages, or is that just your shadow for 27 pages? Because that's crazy. Because also your shadow is your Lilith. Yes, that's your shadow. 27 pages. Okay. Well, is it in a file that you can send to me? I'd like to look at that. That's a interesting piece of large work. I mean, well, Elsa does them. Okay, come on in. I'll take a look at it. No problem. Hi, Cynthia. That's now Elsa's natal charts are in fact 19 to 24 pages long. Hey, Wendy. And they're great charts. I love her charts. They're like $12. She does a really cool child's natal chart. It's elsa.com. And don't forget that my own astrologer, Alethea, also if you go and read her astrology report for the month in my newsletter, there is a link, and she often runs specials. Now the difference is Alethea's old school, everything's by hand. Okay, so it's a pretty intense thing. I have worked with both Alethea personally for my kids, and I have worked with Elsa, both spot on. And what astrology can give you that your tarot cards cannot is very good time frames. First of all, things like what am I meant to do? What am I meant to do? Tarot can't tell you what you're meant to do. That's a ridiculous thing. That's in your natal chart. Your aptitudes, your talents, your spiritual beliefs, how you digest information, how you communicate, how you relate to people personally, professionally, intimately, your viewpoints, how you're going to interact financially, sexually, all of that, your feelings about children, that's all in your natal chart. And then, of course, there's progressed natal charts, because things do change, we do grow up, but it's your natal chart's what you came in with. All right? The child's natal chart, I really like. It's a simpler version, but it goes into like food allergies, food issues, health issues, a few other things. But again, career stuff. So if you got a kid who doesn't know what they're doing, don't know what they want to study in school, hey, maybe you spend $10 and you get them a natal chart. Get them a child's natal chart. elsa.com. I give those out as birthday presents. I give them out as Christmas presents. They're great. The other thing I get from Elsa every year for myself for my birthday is a solar return. And it's the energy from birthday to birthday. What you're going to be coming up against, where it's going to roll, where it's more favorable. Like this is going to be a good year for career. This is going to be a good year for travel. All right? Anywho. All of that being said, I'm going to throw some cards. And I'm going to start with Aries. Okay, Aries. Hi, Karen. How you doing? Camera's not working on the YouTube, but I know you can hear me, and I can see that you're there. We'll upload the video a couple days. Thank you for listening. Like a old-timey radio show. Or I guess podcast, right? Maybe? Okay. Do podcasts or videos? I thought there was a vlog was a video. Anyway. Okay. Aries. Yeesh. First card up is the Three of Cups reversed. The next two cards up, and like I say to you, you can follow along at home and you can pull out your own tarot cards, see how you read these cards for yourself. I'm giving you my translation, my interpretation. So, Three of Cups reversed, that's the issue. Lack of success, sense of failure, nothing to be celebrated right now. The Devil, toxic situation, toxic people, toxic environment. And yet I see the Magician. Okay? The Nine of Pentacles, hard work paying off. The Six of Swords reversed, no travel, not moving. The Four of Wands, happy at home. Okay, the way I would translate this, and I'm looking at money cards here, and Wands, I'm gonna put this back onto career again for Aries. Man, they cannot get off that shtick. It's always freaking career. The Three of Cups is a sense of ain't nothing good going on. Okay, there's nothing to celebrate here. I'm looking at toxic situation, and yet you're good at it. The Master. It's almost as if, Jesus. Hard work paying off. You might work in an industry that is just really unattractive. I'm thinking about people who work in the prison system. I'm thinking about some of the people who are social workers. Social work is a thankless, miserable damn job, especially DCF. Fucking who wants to do that work? Who wants to go in and take children out of houses? I've known DCF workers when I worked for DMH. I worked next to DCF. That's a horrible, horrible job. But someone's got to do it. Someone's got to take kids when they're in terrible situations and get them out, right? But you really pulling a screaming child away from its mother? What a shitty thing. And I'm going to say again, you've got to have a master's degree. There's a sense of, anyway, the idea of mastering something that's very toxic, very unpleasant, and yet it pays, as I'm going to say, it's a job. The Nine of Pentacles. It keeps you in your home. And you're good at it. The other thing that makes me think of is I think of Eminem. I've always been interested in him. He's always been an interesting person from when he hit the scene because of the music and the themes he raps and sings about. Whether you like him or you don't like him as a person, anyone can write a beautiful love song. Are you freaking kidding me? Freezing up? I don't want to hear that shit. I do not want to hear that shit. Is anybody else? I'm sorry. Excuse my language, man. It's like Tourette's here, but is anyone else getting it? Freezing up? All right. So my point back with, I'm going to lose my train of thought. The point back with Eminem, and I do love him. When you read his backstory, pretty decent guy, pretty stand-up guy. All right. But the fact is, he writes about really gritty shit. He makes music. He writes poetry out of the stuff that many people don't even want to look at, much less, sing about. Domestic abuse, drug abuse, and in a way that you got to go, wow, okay, he doesn't just, it's not just a lot of swear words and screaming. It's really, it's like, wow, all right, that's okay. So that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing Aries. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because Aries, the biggest thing with Aries, and don't forget my dad was an Aries, they go where angels fear to tread. That is the Aries hallmark. The police officer, the firefighter, the first responder, the ambulance driver. If they're in medicine, they're in the emergency room. They're taking the ugly things where people are blown apart, limbs are missing. They're on the battlefield. Aries has no goddamn fear. No fear. My dad was in Korea. No fear. And I'm not saying they don't have their demons and their problems, but no fear. You want a friend that'll drag your ass out of hell? Find yourself a Scorpio. Find yourself an Aries. Okay? Because they will. They will kick Satan's ass and pull you out of hell. That's the kind of friend they are. They're loyal as fuck. And brave and strong. And they get taken advantage of way too often. Okay, way too often. Aries get kicked around. They're one of those people that's like, hey, we love you when you're doing good stuff for us, but when you're not, don't really need you. And I hear that from all my Aries friends. You're great because you got a pickup truck when you're helping us move, and you're always the first one to volunteer. And then when we're having a party afterwards, it's like, you're not invited. That's shitty. Right? A lot of shit. So anyways, I want to, just to finish up Aries, doing what they need to do, even if it's unpleasant, even if it feels like it's a toxic. I'm thinking of prison workers. I'm thinking of people who have really crappy jobs that you and I wouldn't want to do. And Aries is the one rolling up their sleeve and saying, all right. Okay? I'm going to throw one more card just because, Queen of Cups. Maternal, caring, all the stuff you don't think about. Creative. And somehow, again, Aries is trying to not justify, but they're trying to balance those two sides of their personality, because, it's easy to forget that people are human beings. When you look at them with a badge on, or you look at them working in the prison system, or you look at them, it's like you forget that these are people who are doing these jobs. And the DCF workers, and when you see that, I've seen so many videos of kids being taken out, and you go, damn, how can she do that? How can he do that? Look at him, that baby's crying for its mother, and, how horrible, you must have no heart. Oh, they have heart. They have lots of heart. All right? They just know that being in a home where you're not being fed, and where you're being abused or burned or put in danger, probably the best place for you. And a child, no matter how abused, wants to stay with their mother. And they will defend that parent. They will lie. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, I'm happy. The same kid that, I need help. All right? So someone's got to do a crappy job. That's Aries. And it's Aries is somehow got to, it goes back to money. Goes back to money. All right. Hey, how you doing, Anna Maria? No video. We'll load the video, but at least you can hear me. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with the laptop here. I'm downstairs in the shop, and I unplugged. Well, whatever. I did something. All right, Taurus. Let me quit talking. Taurus. Okay. Wow. So guys, I always talk about how when the signs are conjunct or next to each other, there's similarities. Now here I'm seeing the first card up is the Five of Cups, which is usually crying over spilt milk, a sense of regret, sadness, the wheel reversed, not moving forward. The Nine of Wands. It's letting down your guard, but it's also possibly almost like giving up. Now the Three of Pentacles, working in your field, working in school, going to school, education, but the Chariot reversed, not moving forward, and the Nine of Swords, mourning and sadness. Shit, Taurus. How do I read these cards? Well, I read them the way I hear a lot. And don't forget, this is not every Taurus, okay? This is not every Taurus feeling this. But I have people who, two things. One, leave their jobs to start businesses and find out that they're not really business people. All right? That they're really not meant to run a business. Two, people who are working in a field that is a dying industry, working in a field that it's just not moving forward. And the idea of going back either to what you were educated in or going back to school, looking at your minor, if you've got a major, what was your minor? There's a whole, this is a big U-turn for Taurus. This is U-turn, this is Taurus slamming on the brakes and saying, this isn't working, okay? This isn't working, it's not working for me, and I've got to do something different. It's not easy, it's sad. Could it be relationship? With the Five of Cups, anything is possible. This is just regret, but if it's a relationship, there's a trickle down where it's like impacting everything. Like, I'm not happy. I don't want to do this anymore. Now, I don't see anything like suicidal. I don't want to live anymore. I'm not seeing that. This is an action reading, and it's about the wheel reversed. I'm not moving forward. This is bad luck. Wheel is good luck, bad luck. The wheel turns, but now it's in the down. And I don't think I want to put the energy into it anymore. You know, sometimes you get sick of throwing good money after bad. You invest in something, it's not working out, Well, I gotta stick with it. No, you don't. No, you do not. Like when I opened up Talisman in Monroe 16 years ago, I opened up with a handful of merchandise. My shop, believe me, I spent a lot of money, but it was hardly full. Trust me, it was half full because honestly, people didn't like it, if people weren't ready, I was going to close it. I had my little child with me. I had 2 little children, Daisy and Roy. And there was no way in hell I was going to have people protesting or angry or hating it. I'm like, nah, I'll close immediately. I'll sell what I have and I will close the shop. Absolutely the opposite of what they say, oh, manifest and it'll happen. I was like, no. If it's not meant to be, if it was a bad idea, I'm closing. I am not going to fight the fates. And so that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing Taurus saying, I don't want to waste my efforts. I'm tired of pushing forward in something that's not working. And I know that there's something else for me, that 3 of Pentacles. There's another way to make money. There's more I can learn. There's other things I can do. This isn't a hopeless reading. This is like, you stop hitting your head against a wall after a while, right? And it's like, no, I'm going to do something different. Now, just really quick, I'm going to throw another card for clarity. High Priestess Reversed. I love that. You know what that means? It means stop with the manifestation and visions, and I had a dream, and it was... No. The High Priestess Reversed is common sense. Time to think with common sense. Time to not imagine what could be. What is? What is going on here? And like I always say, if I opened my shop in Alabama or Oklahoma, they'd be throwing, Molotov cocktails through the window. It wouldn't stand. They'd burn it down. So I could manifest a great, witch shop and a wonderful magical environment. But if I tried to do that in a place that really is fundamentally Christian, I'm not Sisyphus. I'm not hauling that boulder up the hill to have it roll back down. No. I'm good. I chose Monroe because of the Union Cemetery and Hanukkah and the husband and wife there. I chose that because it is a fairly open, magically intriguing place, and it was the right place to open a shop. And there was a couple other shops that opened that had done really well. Avalon, Metropolitan Traders. So it was an environment that was conducive to something new, something different. That's my point, okay? So Taurus, this is not a sad story. This is just, listen, if you're a prize fighter, the Warrens, thank you, Gail. If you're a prize fighter and you're in the ring and you're getting the crap beat out of you by a bigger, better fighter, at some point, you're like, you know what, it's going to kill me. Get me out of here while I can still walk, That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Taurus shaking it off and saying, the hell am I doing? I'm getting the shit beat out of me. Let me get out of the ring. Yes, Lorena, her husband, absolutely. And it was an environment in Monroe. It was an environment conducive to a shop like mine. All right? It's good to know when to wave the white flag. It really is. Okay. Gemini. And again, I want to go back to Taurus. It may not, if this doesn't apply to you, and actually not every Taurus is in this situation, just sit for a minute and ask yourself, do you have a friend? Do you have a sibling? One of your parents? Is someone that you're close to and deeply care for dealing with this situation? And if they say to you, do you think I should keep going, or do you think it's time to just close the doors? You might want to say, you know what? Common sense. You're taking losses. You're pulling out of your 401k. You're investing all this money. Maybe it's time to try and, time to cut bait and let it go. Let it go and do something different. I've seen people lose their houses who wouldn't say no, who wouldn't stop. No, let it go. I know someone who lost an entire inheritance on a yogurt shop, and because everyone else had yogurt shops, and it wasn't. I've seen a lot of shit. That should really be that'll be on my tombstone. I think I've seen a lot of shit. All right, Gemini. Okay. We're going to go with a theme here, apparently. The Hierophant reversed. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed. The Three of Swords reversed. The Emperor and the Sun. Two great cards, right? You know me, I always say, thanks, Pam, I appreciate that. It was 10 good years in Monroe. But they've been better years in Derby. They really have. But anyways, okay. The Emperor and the Sun. The Sun and the Star, the two best cards in the deck, right? How do I read these cards? The Hierophant reversed is unconventional thought. It can be a divorce card, but it's whatever is institutional, it's the reverse of that. So, marriage is an institution, divorce. The Catholic Church is an institution, and paganism is not. Things that are unconventional. The Queen of Pentacles, financial loss. A female who's very concerned about money. And the Knight of Cups reversed, which is one of two things. It could be a young person who, again, it's Knight of Cups reversed. So depressed, anxious, young person. It can be an absence of love. Anxiety here, the Three of Swords, anxiety. And then I see the Emperor and the Sun. You know what this makes me think of, and I'll tell you what pops in my head when I look at these cards. I think of, and I've known a few kids like this, a few young people where the fathers had family businesses, successful family businesses, and the kids were like, I'm not doing that, you know? And like, you're walking into like a gold mine. This is a successful business, and you're saying, nah, I want to do something different. And the father's like, work for me. I'm going to be giving this to you one day. Nah, I want to do pottery, you know? I'm like, what? You do that on the weekends in your own time, buddy. And this is the mother kind of caught in the middle saying, I know you want to do your own thing, but, you know, a lot of anxiety here. That's my first thought when I see these cards. Like, damn, it's like, and I've seen that a lot. And every man I know who's built a great can talk about their one kid that doesn't want to do it. That's one way to look at it. The Emperor and the Sun. The Emperor is usually the father, or it's an industry or a business, and it's a successful one. So what I'm seeing again is this idea of unconventional behavior, not paying off, being very concerned about money, anxiety. I'm going to throw one card to see how and the Knight of Pentacles. And someone's saying, look, here's the money. Change what you're doing. Let me help you. Knight of Pentacles, money's coming in. So if you have a business, it may be that you need to team with someone who knows what they're doing. Okay? It could be that. It could be like, oh my God, this thing is bleeding money. You may need to team up with someone. All right? Maybe about selling the business to somebody who's successful with it. Someone offers you money. All right, Gemini? But it also could be the anxiety around watching someone who just doesn't want to quite... doesn't want to... What did my grandmother used to say? Oh God, she had an expression. But it was fly straight or something, you know, just damn. The frustration when someone doesn't want to do the right thing, just wants to be so unconventional, but it's like at this point you're just being unconventional to draw attention to yourself. It's for no good reason, you know? You're not creating anything, you're not producing anything, you're just making noise and kind of making a little stupid of yourself too. All right? And it's very frustrating. It's very hard. All right. I'm going to say one more thing. Nah, you know what? It doesn't. It could be someone raising a child in an unconventional way, like divorced parents, and the mother is this way and the father is this way. Could be that too. It could be the mother, the concerns with the money and this and that, and the father is financially stable, but the kids want to do their own thing, and the mother doesn't know what to do. It could be that too. And I'm playing loosey-goosey with that, okay? There's a few ways to read those cards. All right, Cancer. Damn. King of Wands reversed. Male workaholic. The Four of Swords, which is respite and relaxation, and the Star reversed. The Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Cups reversed, and the Ten of Wands. So I'm looking at the male workaholic, the King of Wands reversed, this idea of work, the idea of retirement, respite, and the Star, like I can't afford to retire. I'm not sure you can't afford to retire. And it's the straw that broke the camel's back. The Ten of Wands reversed. The Page of Cups reversed. You don't love what you're doing anymore. You might be holding space for somebody. Ace of Pentacles, but you can afford to retire. Now it's interesting, juxtaposition against that previous reading I had. It could be someone waiting to retire, waiting for their kid to step up. This Page of Cups reversed. This kid to step up so I can get out of here and retire. I've heard that a number of times. Yeah, Dad can't retire because my brother won't step up and take over. But the clock is ticking here. The clock is ticking on this one for Cancer. Ten of Pentacles. The money is there. Everything is there. Just trying to see this here. So what I'm seeing is I'm seeing new opportunities. I'm seeing new, looks to me like, honestly, it's like the idea of selling real estate, selling a business, moving ahead, new opportunities. It's a good reading for Cancer. The money's there. This is not about money. There's no shortage of money here. This is just, I'm waiting for someone to do something so I can make the next move, honestly. I love this card. I love these cards. And I'm going to say that decision, like, it's like, when the clock strikes midnight, you better be out of the dance hall. You better be heading home and stop. Well, this is the clock is approaching midnight here. So I want to say Cancer's making a decision, and the door is only going to be held open for so long. All right, but Cancer is, whoa, that was not funny. It looks like, to me, that was not cool at all. Cancer has opportunities. Cancer has, I'm going to try putting it down here. Let me see. How's that? That might be better. It looks like Cancer has opportunities, and honestly, they're going to take them. Okay? So, if you're waiting for someone to get on board, train is leaving the station. And we have Leo. Jesus Christ. I'm not just making this up. I mean, if you look at these cards, it's the same. The Eight of Cups, this idea of leaving home. The Queen of Swords, the Two of Swords. The Tower reversed, the Five of Swords reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. This is unreal. So the Eight of Cups is leaving home. Rock in a hard place, the Two of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Very difficult, very, very difficult situation. Very difficult energy. Very harsh energy. Tower reversed. Chaos being brought in, or Leo, you may be the source of chaos. I'm not sure. You may be the one who's pulling the pin and throwing the grenade. This idea of letting down your guard. And the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Well, first of all, the first thing it makes me think of is all the teachers I've read all through the summer, and even the teachers I'm reading now, who went back to school because they couldn't find other jobs, but as soon as they find one, they're leaving their job. This makes me think of all the teachers, the Eight of Pentacles, who are leaving. They're just leaving the field. Rock in a hard place, you're only there because you can't find another job because you can't leave yet. But once you do, you're out. It's harsh. It's a harsh energy. I think of all the parents making it very hard on the teachers. That Queen of Swords, like that Karen energy, That's what that card makes me think, is that Karen energy. Just, I want to see your manager. I want to see the principal. I want to talk to the principal about this. It's like, you kidding me? Come on. just trying to see how else I would read these cards. Juggling money, they're not paying you enough. This is, I mean, basically, Leo, this is the idea of I would leave if I could. It also, okay, thank you, Dawn. It also can be a matter of, for an adult Leo woman, okay, the Queen of Swords, it can be, I'm staying in this position, or I'm going to try to stay until the kids get done with school. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. And that rock in a hard place, like, can I do it? Can I stay? The Tower reversed is chaos. It's often divorce. It's chaotic changes, chaotic endings. So it's the idea of I'm juggling money. I don't want to be here. Trying to be here. It's rock in a hard place. Will I make it till the kids are done with school? I don't know. Because this is Leo wanting to leave. Okay? All right. Virgo. And happy birthday to all the Virgos out there. You guys picked a heck of a season. It's still Virgo season, right? Yeah, we're still in Virgo season. We're getting to the end of it. All right. Wow, you would think I had these cards set up. This is incredible. Strength reversed. The Eight of Swords reversed. The Page of Swords reversed. The Ace of Cups. The Nine of Cups reversed. And the Ace of Wands reversed. All reversed. Strength reversed is not feeling good, Virgo. That's just not feeling good. That's a health card. That's what it is. The Eight of Swords is being released from bondage. And the Page of Swords reversed. Time frame is still a little weird. I don't see information regarding when and if or how. Like, the details aren't coming in, but this idea of being released, I'm going to say maybe a health issue held you up. Maybe a health issue has been something that you've had to kind of wait to resolve so you could break out of a situation and leave. But there it is. Now, the Ace of Cups, that's a great card. It's the apex love card. And I'm also seeing the Nine of Cups reversed. Now, the Nine of Cups reversed is usually a man who normally is hard to speak to, keeps their emotions bottled up, is very reserved to the point of being almost distant, unreachable, but it's reversed. So this is someone, Virgo, who you can talk to. Like, he'll talk to you. He'll trust you. There's love there. There's trust there. All right? And then I see the Ace of Wands reversed. So to me, it's almost like wanting to be with somebody, being released to be with somebody. Being released to have a creative opportunity. It's all based in love, but it's all about the timing, and the timing is still off, Virgo. It's there. Excuse me. I can see it, but it's the timing. It's a timing issue. All right? I'm going to throw one more card. Knight of Swords. That's action. I think as soon as you're cleared to make a change, you're running for the door. All right? As soon as you're cleared, you're out of there. If you've been in the hospital, if you've been sick, if you have been, it's almost like waiting for information. It may be waiting to be cleared. It feels like waiting for a diagnosis, but once you get that, once you're cleared, you're running with it. It's like nothing's stopping you now. All right? You're gonna make up for lost time. Libra. Okay, Libra. Okay. We have the Lovers reversed, the Hangman reversed, and the Ace of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the World, and we have the Seven of Cups reversed. Ay, ay, ay. Well, first of all, this is Libra saying, I'm done wasting my time. Libra, the lover, and the lover's reversed. I am done chasing after pipe dreams and illusions and what may be. And I say that because the Seven of Cups reversed is another card where it talks about not delusionary thought, because that's what the Seven of Cups upright is. It's delusions. No, this is reversed. This is what is. This is reality. And Libra is one of those cards that loves love. They rule the house of marriage and love and partnership. And very few Libras don't love being in relationships. They really do. They are happiest being paired. They are ruled by Venus, for God's sake. That's their ruling planet. But this is Venus being done with lost causes and wasting their time. Ace of Swords, positive, strong communication, which Aries, being an air sign, is great at. I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles. That's hard work. That's industry. The world. I'm ready for big changes. And I'm making those changes. How? Again, I'm not manifesting. I'm not doing magic. Maybe you are, but this is solid, like all the things that don't serve me, all the things that are wasting my time. Hangman reversed. All the things where people don't appreciate me, where people haven't. That's a Hangman reversed. It's being a doormat. It's not being appreciated. It's wasting your time. This card always comes up when I'm reading someone who's been divorced after like 25, 27 years. That card is always right there. I'm like, you're just wondering why you wasted so much time. I am killing myself. Why the hell did it take me 27 years to get the hell out of that situation? That's what it means. But this is Libra, ready. I want to say new job, new life, strong action, and just like Virgo, in this case, Libra, has taken ahead, and Libra has put the bonds on themselves by saying, I'll be in service to people, I'll take care of people, you're going to appreciate me. Where I think Virgo, it's more about a health issue or a genuine, I can't get out of this right now. But both have the same outcome. It's like, once I'm done, I'm out of here. I'm taking opportunities and I'm running with them. All right? Scorpio. A lot of Scorpios in the shop this week. A lot of Scorpios. All right, not too bad. Page of Pentacles. The Hermit. Queen of Wands reversed. The Seven of Wands reversed. The Ten of Cups. And Judgment reversed. Well, I would feel worse about the Hermit being here if it was anything other than a Scorpio, because I don't know any sign lonelier than Scorpio. Scorpio is the loneliest sign, the most misunderstood sign. Capricorn probably runs a close second. But this is hardworking Scorpio, Page of Pentacles, money coming in, and doing it alone. It just, to much extent, a lot of what Scorpio is doing is alone. What I do like is home right now for Scorpio, whether it's what they're working towards, but it's peace of mind, the Ten of Cups, which is happiness in the home, and the Seven of Wands, which is a conflict card, okay? It's reversed, no conflict. Peace of mind, peaceful home. The Judgment reversed, I want to say, I'll throw one more card here. Oh boy. Someone made a bad calculation, a miscalculation as far as money is concerned. I want to say that Scorpio is either trying to fix that or avert it. Like it's something that this would be a bad idea. And I think Scorpio might be weighing the peace of the home with, I can't allow this to happen. It would be like someone saying, let's take out a home equity loan, and it's like, no, we're not taking out a home equity loan. Not with the real estate now, not with the interest rates now. No, we're not. Scorpio, like, I can't allow this. It's a bad idea. All right? But really, I'm going to throw one more card just because this is Page of Wands. You know, it also could have to do with the kids. But again, let's take out a home equity loan, let's pay for college. Or let's, no, we're not. It feels like home equity. I don't know. I keep hearing money like that. And it's like, but it's a bad idea. Financially, it would be a bad idea. Let's put on the credit card. No, let's not put on the credit card. This is, I already work hard enough for my money. And I've got so many people this week, the past 2 weeks, who have to hide their money from their spouse. I'm going to say flat out. People who have to hide their money from their spouse because the spouse either has a bad habit or just spends irresponsibly. And I want to say in this case, this is Scorpio saying, I'm not doing that. I'm not spending money on that. I'm safeguarding, and I'm not. Okay? Not terrible. Nothing terrible. But sometimes the answer is no. Sagittarius. Alright, Sagittarius. First card up is the Fool. Next card up is the King of Pentacles. And next is the Four of Cups reversed. The King of Cups. The Two of Cups reversed. And the Six of Swords reversed. Well. The Fool is the Fool. The Fool is moving forward. Just, I'm taking that chance. And who better than a Sag? I mean, Sag is all about good luck and optimism. I'll be okay. I had a reading today. I was reading and we were talking. I'm just like, I'm a Sag. I'll make it work. Don't worry about it. The females and the males are the same way. Don't worry. I got this. I know. It's all right. It'll be hard, but I got this. I'm like, you're working 3 jobs and you got kids. It's okay. I got this. All right. And you do. I know you do. King of Pentacles, financial security. The Four of Cups reversed. I know exactly what I want emotionally. Okay, that's what that is. Four of Cups upright is I don't know what I want. Well, it's quite the difference. I know exactly what I want. King of Cups, spirituality, romance. And then we have these next 2 cards. We have the Two of Cups reversed, and we have the Six of Swords reversed. And what I like about this for Sag, the optimist, is Sag is also saying, I know what I want, and I'm not going to go after things that don't serve me. A little bit like Libra. It's a little like Libra that way. The Six of Swords is that advancement, that forward motion. But I'm looking at the Two of Cups. It's reversed, by the way, so it's like not making forward motion. But the Two of Cups is 2 people who want 2 different things. Best friends who don't agree. It's not so much a breakup card as it's I'm not fighting for this. You know, if you don't want it, then if you don't want it as much as I want it, then I'm not fighting for it. Libra was tired of being taken advantage of. Sag is saying, if we're not on the same page, honey, let's just turn the page, all right? Everything else is going good. It's good to know exactly what you want. And with magic, it's imperative. With witchcraft, it's imperative. You cannot just say, what would make you... Ask that question of somebody. What would make you happy? What one thing would make you happy? Now, if you have a sick child, I can tell you the answer to that. But let's just say you don't. What one thing would make you happy? Oh, I need a lot of money. What's a lot of money? A lot of money to me is nothing to like one of these sheiks in Saudi Arabia. What's a lot of money? How much money exactly would make you happy? Because we can look at the books on the lottery and people who have won millions and millions of dollars that are bankrupt and poor and miserable years later. So how much money would make you happy? And why would that money make you happy? All right? What would make you happy? And what I like about the Sagittarius reading is Sagittarius is like, oh, I know exactly what would make me happy. But it's got to be someone on the same page as me. If you're not on the same page, we ain't moving forward. But I'm looking at kindness and, you know, King of Pentacles, King of Cups. Now, it could be if you're in a relationship, all right, Sag, whether you're male or female, it could just be we've reached this point where we're not agreeing on something. So neither one's going to win. I'm not going to give in to make you happy. I don't expect you to give in to make me happy. We're just not going to do this then. Let's say you can't pick a vacation spot. It sounds superficial, but, or let's say you can't pick something for the house. You know what? Then we're going to do nothing with the house right now. Okay, because you want this and I want that. We each get a say. I should have to look at something I don't want to look at. You should have to look at something you don't want to look at. So we won't do anything right now. We'll let it lie. That's okay. We just won't move forward. That's not a bad thing, by the way. All this compromise talk, and you can't always compromise everything. Sometimes you can't. What's sad is like when people get married and they want a big family, and then they have 1 kid or 2 kids, and someone says, okay, that's enough. It's like, well, I always wanted 3 or 4. We talked about having 3 or 4. Yeah, but 2 is enough. It's like, well, I want more kids. And like, well, I don't. Well, if you're smart, you don't get pregnant. You don't get pregnant through a point. You say, okay, we're going to put a pin in this conversation right now, and maybe we'll come back to it in a year. That's a really good analogy for this reading, okay? We said this. I've changed my mind. I'm not sure I want this anymore. We're just not going to move forward with it at all, okay? And sometimes you just got to give things time. All right, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. The Death card, the Knight of Wands reversed, and Temperance. The King of Swords, the Ten of Swords reversed, and the Empress reversed. Death is death. Death is an ending. It is not, in this case, a physical death. There's nothing to make me think it's physical death. Okay? Please, guys, let me know that you can still see me on Facebook, because nothing's going on here. I'm not seeing any movement. Just throw me a hello or something. Let me know I'm still on, okay? It was about a year ago. I did a whole video, and I wasn't attached. Thank you. Okay, good. We're good. Thank you. Okay. Death is death. In this case, it's the death, and it looks to me like it brings back balance. It's ending something, not moving forward, and it brings balance back. Knight of Wands reversed, not moving forward that way. I think it's a career thing. We are talking about, Capricorn, and Wands are career. So I want to say I'm making a change, but my life's back in balance. King of Swords, the Ten of Swords reversed, the Empress reversed. The King of Swords, logical, the end of suffering, the Empress reversed. Well, I want to think how I could put this. This could be the decision to end a marriage. It could be the decision to end a relationship. We're not moving forward. I want balance. I want peace of mind. I'm ending it because I want balance back in my life. The end of suffering. To have control back of your life. It could be Capricorn male saying, I can't carry this anymore. Empress reversed, female out of power. I can't. I had a reading earlier with a man, and the wife is depressed, won't do anything with it, miserably unhappy, will not see a therapist, has talked about taking her life, has talked about how unhappy, talk. It's going on and on, not leaving the room. And it's like, how long can you live like that? How long can you live like that? It's been going on a long time. And this is a good man. This is a good man who's been supporting and supportive. And mother-in-law lives in the house, because she needed, so she's there. He's supporting, he's supportive. She's lovely. There's no problems. Happy to have her there. But the wife, the daughter, is miserable and won't work on it, can't work on it. I get that. I understand how depression works, but this is more than that, because there's only so much time and so many years you can live with someone who just won't get out of it. Because what I'm seeing is the end of suffering. So it could be someone saying, I won't live like this anymore. But it also could be what brings back balance. All right? Yeah. It's all about bringing balance back in your life for Capricorn. And Capricorn, who's not known for saying uncle, who's not known for saying, I can't take anymore, saying, I can't take anymore. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. That's how I'm hearing it. Those are the words that I can't keep doing this. And with Capricornian logic, Knight of Wands reversed, I can't take any more. I'm slowing the train down, man. I'm ending this thing. I'm not tired of living this way. I'm tired of feeling this way. I need my life back. I need balance back. And that's how I'm hearing it. If it's a Capricorn man, he may be dealing with a female that just won't. If it's a Capricorn female, she's out of power and she needs to take it back, her life back. But either way, that Temperance card, balance restored, suffering ended. This isn't a terrible reading, but this really is like that reading, like that earlier, when you're in the ring and you're getting the shit beat out of you. You know, you're the bigger, better fighter, and you're just getting the snot beat out of you. You at some point you're like, I'm not getting back in the ring. I'm out. I'm good. I surrender. I can't do this. That's how I'm hearing it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I can't do this anymore. And it really does feel career. I don't see broken hearts here. I'm looking at, it's more like career and energy and effort. Like I say, Sisyphus was probably a Capricorn. You know, rolling that ball up the mountain and it rolls back down. Rolling the ball back up and it rolls back down. Bound to his hell. Well, that's Capricorn. They will stay bound to it until they say, no, I can't do this anymore. Aquarius. We're almost done here. Aquarius. Justice reversed. The Six of Cups. The Seven of Swords reversed. The Five of Wands. The Moon. And the Six of Pentacles reversed. Wow. Well, the good news is I love the Six of Cups because that speaks to happy cohabitation. That speaks to people who are happy to be together. And in this case, we're happy to be together even if the damn place is burning down. We're at least we're together, you know? We got each other. Justice reversed, unfair situation. The Seven of Swords reversed. You can't run away from it. The Five of Wands, conflict, stress, fighting. The Moon, things being hidden, people not helping when they're supposed to help, people not paying when they're supposed to be paying. It's like literally shit's going off all around you. But I want to say, home is refuge for Aquarius. It's like all this shit. So you know, it's like one of those things where you close the door, and it's like, oh, all right, I'm home. This is home. This is sanctuary. Aquarius, it looks like everything's a battle right now, and most particularly, it looks like someone either isn't paying. Could be child support. Doesn't feel that way here. Feels more like a work issue, that you're not getting paid for work that's owed to you. This idea that I can't move forward until I get paid. There's that. Hello, you know. I don't like the Moon in this position. I'm going to throw one more card here. The Eight of Wands reversed. Again, I can't move forward till I get paid. Someone who's not fulfilling their responsibilities. Someone who no, you know what? That's how I'm seeing it. It's not fair. Justice reversed is the first card. And it feels like you have some place that is your safe place, your happy place, your quiet place, where it's like, well, when I'm here, it doesn't matter, you know. But what's going on around? Let me throw one more card. 3 of Wands. Okay, there it is. There's the advancement. It's just, it's delayed. If you were planning on leaving, here's a good example. Let's say, and I'm seeing this too, because now the housing market's changed, right? So people who thought they had houses, I can't tell you, people are calling me in a panic because sellers want to withdraw the offer or want to take the house off the market after they placed an offer on it. People aren't fulfilling their obligations. People who were told, oh, I'll help you with the down payment. Oh, did I say that? Oh, yeah, I can't, you know, it's like, whoa, I put an offer on a house because you said you'd do this, or we were going to do this together, and it's, so there's delays, it's not the end, but everything's being revealed, and it's a shit show. This idea of conflict and fighting, and yet there's a happy ending for Aquarius, but Aquarius finds their peace at home. And if you're saying to me, no, Laura, home is part of the shit show, then I'm telling you, you're looking at a way to get out of that, because peace is at home, and you're just not in the right home yet. All right, but you have to secure a happy home. I don't care, and I've never understood this, guys. This has always confounded me, because I have lived in very tiny apartments in Bridgeport. I've lived in beautiful homes and private developments. I've had like 7 houses. I've lived all over the country. I would rather live in a studio apartment that I could close the door and have peace of mind than be in the most amazing home where there's conflict and fighting and I am miserable. And I don't understand people who refuse that I'm not leaving the house. Why? You're miserable there, right? Isn't it better to have your own little 1-bedroom apartment or condo where you can play the music you like to play and you can decorate there and no one's fighting or yelling or like, nope, I'm not giving him, I'm not giving her. I'm like, wow, it's not about giving. It's about taking back your peace of mind, like Capricorn. There's like recurring themes here saying I want my balance, I want my life back. You know, and here for Aquarius, it's like, I want sanctuary. I need to close the door and have peace of mind. You know, when everything, and possibly it's work. Maybe work is, it feels like work, honestly, for Aquarius too. Where it's just someone either not paying you can't move forward, people owe you money, whatever. It's going to come, the money will come, there's just delays there, guys, but it's while there's delays, you've got to find a way to be home and just grateful that you have a roof over your head and people that you care about around you. So Pisces. You know, it's really funny that I started this reading with talking about the idea of what would you do if you only had a month left before the world ended. And most of us would quit our jobs to be home with our families. We'd travel as best as we could, or we'd bring our kids to us, come home. We have 1 month left. That's what most of us, I'm going to say over 90% of us, would say, nah, I'm spending my last month with the people I love. I want to be with my kids, my grandkids, and yeah. So looking at these readings from tonight, it really is about, you know what? That's just, no, this is what matters. Peace of mind matters. Home should be sanctuary. That matters. You should, yeah. Wanting control of your life back. That matters. Not feeling like, you know, you're out of control all the time. All right, so Pisces, what do we got? You know, people ask me if I shuffle or why I don't shuffle between each sign, and I don't usually have to. If I don't throw too many extra cards, I have just enough cards to do all 12 signs in one deck, but when I throw out a bunch of extras, I have to restart. Pisces, we have the Queen of Cups. That's very Piscean. Cups being water. The Four of Coins and the Hangman. The Ace of Swords reversed. The Seven of Cups and the Three of Cups reversed. Okay. The way I read these cards, Queen of Cups is usually the mother. It's a very maternal card. It's emotional and it's maternal. Very feminine card. The Four of Coins is juggling, well, no. The Four of Coins is pretty much someone not sharing money. And this Hangman is the idea of staying where you are, looking for a delayed gratification. All right, waiting for something to change up here. Ace of Swords, not talking. Seven of Cups, delusional thinking, or delusional behavior or addictive behavior, psychological problems. And the Three of Cups reversed, not celebrating, nothing to celebrate. What do I see? Not talking about it. To me, this feels like someone who's waiting, partially due to financial concerns, but waiting for someone to deal with an addiction, to deal with a psychological problem, and it's out of the Piscean's control. And I'm saying that because I'm looking at the Hangman next to the Queen of Cups, so it's like, I'm going to wait, delayed gratification, till you figure out what you want. The Devil. That can be really hard when someone has a hardcore addiction and they just won't deal with it. Ace of Swords reversed, there's no talking, it's just there it is. And I don't see you're waiting, hoping that's going to change. I don't see it changing. This is the Magician. This is someone who needs to get themselves in some therapy, rehab, and you're waiting for that to happen. I want to say this looks like Pisces waiting for someone that they care about to either hit rock bottom. And that's what you do. When you're waiting for someone to hit rock bottom, you cannot enable them a bit. You can't enable at all. You can't call out sick for them for work. You can't give them that extra $5. Oh please, oh please. I'm just gonna go buy no you're not. You're gonna buy whatever your drug of choice is. No, I'm not doing that. This is Pisces waiting for things to get so bad that they finally change. It also, looking at it this way, it also can be, the Master's the Master. The Four of Wands. It also can be Pisces moving on. And I say Pisces living their best life. The Four of Wands, secure in the home. The Master. While someone else is acting like an idiot. While someone else is just not able to get themselves under control. I'm looking at toxic behavior. Now and I'm going to say again, this also could be Pisces because so many Pisces work in social services. So many Pisces work in addictive services. That Master card and this Four. And we'll bring it round robin to Aries, doing the shitty job that nobody wants to do. This also could be Pisces working in a very difficult field. And when you work with addicts, because I'm looking at this Master, I don't feel like that. If Pisces was the addict, the Queen of Cups would be reversed. Okay, that's an addictive female. I feel like it's Pisces who so often is attached to addicts, or again in therapy or in rehab. This is Pisces doing what they need to do. Again, I'm looking at the keeps a roof over their head. Aries does what they do to keep money coming in. This is no different. Pisces is doing the same thing. but not enjoying it. Saying nothing. And not willing to fight. The Seven of Wands reversed. I'm not fighting. I'm being conflicted. I'm going to live my best life, and you figure it out. I'm going to do my job, and when I do my job, I'm therapist note all the time. I'll sit there, I talk with you, I'm going to give you, and I'm going to hope you take my good advice. I'm going to hope you put yourself in therapy. I'm going to hope you're taking your medication. I'm going to hope you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But I can't hold your hand. And that's what I can't hold your hand and make you do those things. All right, and I'm not going to yell and scream, and I'm not going to demand. I'm not going to ultimatum. I'm just going to live my best life, and you figure it out. All right? Like I say, you can love someone dearly, but you can love them from over here. You know, you can keep a healthy distance. And sometimes if it's your kid, even when it's your kid, you have to do that. And those are some of the saddest readings I know. That it's like, oh, I can't give him money, I can't. But he comes to the house, I let him wash his clothes. And I mean, when you see these homeless people, that's somebody's kid. You know, that's somebody's kid. That's somebody's father, somebody's, mother. There with the sign up, food. And they're still human beings. But a lot of times they say, well, why don't their families step in? Well, their families don't step in because no matter what you do, you can't help. You can't fix the problem. All you can do is say is, I'm going to give you the tools you need. And if you, I'm going on a rant, I know, but I just had this conversation regarding like the shelters. I worked for a shelter, and people choose to be homeless sometimes because they don't want to follow any rules. They don't want to follow any rules. You can't bring drugs in here. You can't be here drunk. You can't just take a shower when you want to. You can't put your stuff everywhere. This is your space. Now you're in somebody else's space. And they're fighting, and finally they get kicked out of the shelter. Like, why is that person out there in the rain? Why isn't a shelter? Because they won't play nicely in the sandbox. And when you got, 35 people in a space and one person behaving like an asshole, well, you're not going to jeopardize the 35 people. You're going to say, you know what, dude, if you can't behave, leave. Go sit in the bus stop somewhere. And that's how that works. And this is Pisces dealing with it. And it sucks. For every Pisces that has either worked in social services or had a kid or a husband or somebody, and that is the Pisces rules, the 12th house of addictions and mental health issues. So I don't know any Pisces, none of us, who haven't dealt with it at some level. And I could say we have a club, but who wants to be in that sad club, right? Anyway, that's the readings for this week. Damn, it's tough. I'm tired. I was already tired before I started. Guys, it's tough. It's tough out there. This is when all the stuff we talk about and all the books and all the manifestation and all of the vision boarding and all that, this is where prayer becomes important, like ritual prayer. I pray twice a day, before I open the store, before I start, and when I end, and it's the same prayers to my own goddess. But you find your way. But peace of mind, that Capricorn, I need control of my life, you have to have that. You have to have it. And sometimes you've got to really rethink what that looks like in terms of where you're going to live or who you're going to be with. Like Sagittarius. It's like, if you're on the same page as me, what are we doing here? This is stupid, right? I'm not moving forward. At the end of the day, we all got to make money. Nothing comes free. So, got to be kind to each other and move forward. We got to keep moving forward. Sometimes, I always say this, sometimes just getting out of bed in the morning is an act of courage. All right? On that note, on that sobering note, everyone, behave. Have a good week. I'll see you next week. And good night, guys. Love you. Can't turn anything off. Bye.